Hello and a very warm welcome to the magnificent Taipei Arena for finals day at the Yonex Open Chinese Taipei Grand Prix Gold, the 8th of 13 events on the BWF Grand Prix Gold circuit. The Grand Prix Gold actually came into existence in 2007, and the Chinese Taipei is one of only 2 tournaments that has always been part of this Grand Prix Gold circuit. There you can see all 13 events. This particular event, though, is much older than just the 7 years of the Grand Prix Gold. The first Chinese Taipei Open took place 35 years ago in 1980. So it is an event that is steeped in history. Well, history could be made today as well, because as you can see, we have a super lineup for finals day. China guaranteed a first ever women's singles title here in Taipei since the inception of the Grand Prix Gold. Wang Yihan, the former world champion, up against the reigning Olympic champion, Xuerui. Then we've got women's doubles and the defending champions, Meswari and Polly of Indonesia, up against the identical twin sisters from China. Then we've got mixed doubles, and the reigning world champions in the men's doubles discipline are on opposite sides of the net. Go Sung-hyun and Kim Ha-na, who between them has 3 Chinese Taipei titles already, they're up against the pair who's had to come through the qualifying, Shin Baek-chul and Chae Yu-jung. Then men's doubles and the reigning Olympic champions in 2 different disciplines, Fu Haifeng and Zhang Nang. They're up against the unseeded Fernaldi and Sukamuljo, young, exciting Indonesian pair. Then the last of our finals this afternoon, the world number 1, the reigning world champion Chen of China takes on the home favourite Chao Tian-chen of Chinese Taipei, who's making his 2nd appearance at the finals day at his home event. He was beaten finalist 3 years ago, so it really is a tremendous lineup. There's a certain buzz around the stadium. It is a magnificent stadium, as I say. 8,000 seats are sold for today's finals. And the first of our finals, women's singles. Wang Yihan, the former world champion, there she is, the number 6 seed, up against the reigning Olympic champion, Xuerui. World champion in 2011, Wang Yihan. And here, the Olympic champion and number 2 seed, Xuerui. It is a staggering statistic that China has never won the women's singles here at the Chinese Taipei Open since the inception of the Grand Prix Gold in 2007. And in fact, the last Chinese player to win this particular event, Zhang Ning, in 2006, the year before the Grand Prix Gold started. And if you look back over the history books, the entirety, going back to 1980, China has only twice lifted the women's singles here. The only other player was Dai Yun back in 1999. But of course, with 2 players from China in today's women's singles, they are guaranteed the title here this year. And as far as these 2 players are concerned, they'll know each other's games inside out. Not only do they train with one another, this will be the 17th meeting between the 2. Of the previous 16, they've each won on 8 occasions. So the number 2 seed, the 24-year-old from Chongqing in Sichuan province, former world number 1, of course, and her win-loss record for the year. This is her 3rd final of the year. She was beaten in the final of the Malaysian Super Series and also the Asian Championships. Well, she had a real battle in the opening round against Busanan Nongbang, dropped the opening game there, as you can see, and only came through 21-19 in the decider. In the quarter-final, she beat Okuhara, who was winner of the last Grand Prix Gold event prior to this. That, of course, was in the US of A. In the semi-final, well, she broke home fans' hearts because she beat Tai Su-ying of Taipei, the number 3 seed. That was late yesterday evening. So to her opponent, and the 27-year-old from Shanghai, Wang Yihan, the number 6 seed this year, her world ranking has gone down to number 8, which is a bit of a surprise, considering she spent a total of 118 weeks as world number 1. As I was saying, world champion in 2011. And this, for her, is her first final of the year. Prior to coming to Taipei, the best she'd done was 3 semi-finals. So a welcome return to form for Wang Yihan. First 2 matches were both against qualifiers. Then in the quarterfinal against the number 4 seed, Wang Yihan. As you can see, she dropped the opening game before coming through 21-17 in the decider. Just shy of the hour mark, that one. And then in the semi-final yesterday, if you were with us, you will have enjoyed that, because she beat the number 1 seed, Ginting. Very, very close opening game, 22-20, 21-18 in that second game. And I really thought, as we look at our court officials, that Wang Yihan was looking sharper yesterday in her semi-final against Ginting than I've certainly seen all year. So the first of our finals gets underway. Women's singles. The Olympic champion nearest to us, Xuerui, against the former world champion, Wang Yihan. Well, I was saying this is the 17th meeting between these two players of the previous 16, 8 wins apiece. But perhaps it's significant that the last 3 times they met have all been won by the Olympic champion, Xuerui. Last time being in the semi-final of the Asian Championships earlier this year. And what a match that was. 20-22, 24-22, 22-20. Hour and 14 minutes. If we have a match half as good as that, we're in for a treat. Oh, that's clever. Great judgment. Well, not only 17th meeting between the two players, 10th time that they've met in a final. And that really is an indication of just how dominant these two players have been. Oh, for one of these two, it will be a first title of the year. Neither of them picked up a title despite huge success over the year for Xuerui. This is her 35th career title. She's looking for her 20th title. For this lady, unbelievably, this is her 42nd career title, looking for her 31st title. It's a good lift. Oh, it's beautiful. Good lift, was so deep in court. Shuttle falling virtually vertically on that back line. Wang Yihan very clever to play the little block and therefore bring her opponent forward in court again. And that is basically singles tactics. You try and outmaneuver your opponent. Play them to the back, then bring them forward, play to them to the back again. Make them move as much as possible, and when they're just a little bit late to their base position in the centre of the court, that's when you go for the winner. Now, 5 straight points. Nice backhand. Oh, that's going wide. Oh, she's taken it. Oh, well, it couldn't have missed by much. Oh, yes, it was a good call. It was just wide. Very good call, line judge. Oh, look at that. Magnificent play from Wang Yihan. Played her to the back, little hold, and then flick over the head. And you can probably see that Xuerui has got some heavy strapping on that right knee. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Miss hit on the return of serve. Well, you don't often see that. Must have been watching her opponent. What I was going to say was that Xuerui, the heavy strapping, I don't think she's able to change direction because of that long-term injury problem, the way that she used to be able to. So players with disguise and deception have a good chance against her. Well, 9 of the last 10 points to Wang Yihan. From 2-3 down. Well, the capacity here in this Taipei arena is 15,000, but they're only using part of the stadium, because part of the stadium is used as the warm-up area for the athletes. And they're only selling 8,000 tickets for this event. Yesterday they sold 7,800, so magnificent attendance. And the fans here really do know their badminton. They're very knowledgeable about the sport. Popular tournament with the players, certainly popular tournament with me. I used to love this tournament. Yeah, you see, she just can't move forward and lunge on that right leg. Yeah, I was fortunate enough to win 4 titles here. 3 in women's doubles, 1 in mixed doubles, with 4 different partners. That's definitely one of my favourite events. There's something very far wrong, I think, with Xuerui at the moment. And of course, the BWF, the Badminton World Federation, are bringing in a new rule that if a player withdraws against a player from the same nation, then they do not receive any world ranking points. I believe that rule is coming in after the World Championships. Maybe in operation already, which would mean that Xuerui, even if she is injured, must complete the match. Otherwise, she won't get any ranking points. Well, that was 12 of 13 points. There's better movement now from Xuerui. Oh, that's a great clear by the Olympic champion. punching it deep into exactly the same position. And look, Wang Yihan just couldn't stop and move back to that round the head position. Just didn't have the power in the legs. That goes down as a poor error. Let the shuttle come to her. Didn't really follow through with the shot. Even with those delicate little net shots, you've got to follow through with the racket head. Slight movement. Good aggression. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that looked like a double hit to me. Looked as if she caught the shuttle on the racket head, Wang Yihan, and sort of scooped it back. That one. Well, as long as it's one motion of the racket head, it's permissible. Oh, that's clever. Oh, it's just wide. It was a nice idea. Oh, my goodness. Well, no wonder she's frustrated at herself. Had her opponent on the ropes. Look, she's way late taking that. What a real lesson in why you just keep fighting every point, because she was under so much pressure there, Wang Yihan. Oh, it's gone over. Oh, a backhand smash. What a shot. Technically one of the most difficult shots in badminton, and she played it quite brilliantly. Oh, it's another great backhand. Good rally. It's a pity it ended on an error. Both players playing well in that rally, both making the other move to the back and then come forward. Every inch of the court explored in that last rally. Oh yes, good aggression. Yeah, I was saying a little earlier, I thought she was very aggressive and very sharp in a semi-final against the #1 seed, Ginting. She continued that good form here today, hasn't she? Look at that. Yeah, good use of the body smash. Aiming towards the right shoulder. And just 2 points from this opening game now. It's clever. It's gone long. So 10 game point opportunities. Oh, you can't hit it twice. Well, what an opening game by Wang Yihan. 21-10 in a little over 14 minutes of play. Well, of course, no coaches involved when two players from the same nation. Well, that's not always the case, I have to say. I've seen Japanese coaches involved when two Japanese players or pairs playing against each other, because the club coaches then step in. Same thing happens with players who are independent of the national federation, which does occur with Malaysia and Indonesia as well. But here, the Chinese national team, both part of the national setup and therefore the national coaches, just leaving the players to their own devices. It's like the good old days, isn't it, when we couldn't have coaching. So Wang Yihan, the number 6 seed, one game to the good, 21-10 that opening game. Well long, real indication of the drift. Backhand clear. Yeah, miles long. So is that. Yeah. And for the Olympic champion, Xuerui, well, in a dire situation at the moment. I know it's only 3 points into this second game, but singles players will definitely prefer playing from this near side of the court, because then they can punch their clears without fear of the shuttle going long. Whereas Xuerui is probably, in her mind, has got to attack more than she would normally want to do, because she's going to be so afraid to lift or clear the shuttle. There we go, down, down, back to the net. Oh, there's a clear. Yeah, good one too. It's landed well in, yeah. Just one clear within the whole rally, or one shot to the back of the court in the whole rally from Xuerui, and that's a big problem, because of course when you're having to hit down the whole time, it means that your opponent is moving less, because they don't have to worry about the back of the court, so they only have to worry from mid-court forward, and your opponent will bring you forward, push you back and make you move more and more. So obviously with Xuerui, if she is struggling, which I believe she is physically, with that knee, it's a desperate situation. She's got to attack, but has she got the physical strength to be able to do so? Big question mark. That's a good clear. Yeah, that's the problem. Lunging forward, especially to the forehand side for a right-hander with a damaged right knee. And that is where I think she's really vulnerable. Oh yeah, that's good. I suppose the thing that Xuerui has got to hang on to and give her hope and confidence is the fact that her opponent, hitting into the wind, her attacking shots won't be so penetrating. Yeah, well, there goes my theory. Well, when you go for angle and accuracy like that, you're not looking for pace. That was magnificent. Look at that. Just inside the line. Brilliant. Wide and long. Clear indication of the drift. Well, she tried to guess. She knew that her clear was woefully short. Therefore, tried to guess which side the smash was going to come. And guessed incorrectly. It's absolutely vital here that Xuerui keeps within touching distance of her opponent. Yeah, it's good. What a good serve. A low serve, but with a bit more pace on it and serving out wide. That is a very, very good variation. I like that. While doing precisely what I suggested she needed to do. Closing down the gap. Oh, well taken off the top of the tape. It's a good rally. Oh, she's got it back. Super points. And all credits to Xuerui, because she really, really was under pressure. 4-8 down, game down. You just thought it could all start slipping away from her. Oh, goodness me, what a return. Overdone it. Yeah. All that hard work to catch back up. And I don't know if we'll see it, but look at her reaction after she misses. Yeah, little stamp of the foot. frustration. Yeah, good aggression. 3-point advantage at the mid-game interval to Wang Yihan here in the women's singles final. Yeah, looking good at the moment, Wang Yihan. Not only physically is she a tremendous natural athlete, I think that she's rekindled a bit more fire in the belly. Got that motivation back. She's only the third-ranked Chinese player at the moment, Wang Yihan, behind her opponent of today and Wang Yihan, the player she beat in the quarterfinal. And with only 2 qualifiers for the Olympic Games, well, she's got something to prove. Silver medalist. And of course, at the last Olympics, this match today, a repeat of that Olympic final. Yeah, it's a good smash. Missed it. Yeah, there's a sideways drift and it's going from left to right as we look down. That's a couple of times now, the Xuerui. Yeah, just overdone it, not taken into account the drift. It's gone long. Yeah, my goodness, didn't she need that point from 8-all? Then losing the next 5 points, and all of a sudden there's hard work to be done again. And that is nigh on perfect from Wang Yihan. Brilliant. A real demonstration of how to outmaneuver your opponents. Deep forehand corner, bring her to the net, take it early, hold and flick over the head. Super play from Wang Yihan. Yeah, and again, exactly the same shot. Well, from 8-all, when I really thought that the Olympic champion was making a real match of it, Wang Yihan has just upped her pace, upped the level, upped the intensity. And with shots like that, sadly, Xuerui is not responding in the way I had hoped. It's another one gone wide. It's all one-way traffic now. 10 of the last 11 points. Ah! 11 of 12 points. Oh my goodness, that is just woeful. A whole host of match point opportunities for a first title this year for Wang Yihan. Yeah. 21-10, 21-9. 13 of the last 14 points. From 8-all. Wang Yihan. Well, we thought yesterday in her semi-final she was playing well. She's surpassed it today. Not even 30 minutes of play. 27 minutes for Wang Yihan to take her first title of 2015. The Yonex Open Chinese Taipei. Well, with Wang Yihan taking the title, it means that she extends her career titles to 31.